Deepti Galawan joins me on the set to take a look through the papers today. Hi, Deepti.
Hi, Jeannie.
You're going to start in Malaysia, where the king has suddenly abdicated.
That's right, very suddenly. It's the first time that a Malaysian king abdicates the throne, and so quickly. In fact, Sultan Mohammed V was only holding the throne for just about 2 years. So his resignation really coming as a shock to the Malaysian people, and that is really reflected in the papers today. New Straits Times says the king steps down. Malaysians witnessing first ever resignation of a king. Similar headline from Metro, the Malay language version of Metro. While the Star says also king steps down, the country now finding itself in unfamiliar territory.
Because there's no real reason for his sudden departure.
That's the thing. We don't really know why he has left. No official reasons being given, and little is known really around the reasoning behind the decision. The 49-year-old had just recently returned to work after a 2-month illness. Now, he was very popular with the Malaysian people too, so that's why it's surprising. There are rumors, though, that even if he was popular with the Malaysian people, there were some tensions with the office of the Prime Minister, Mahathir Mohamad. Other press, like the British tabloid The Sun, speculating it had something to do with his recent marriage to a Russian beauty pageant queen. Oksana, her name was notorious for having sex on a reality show. She then converted to Islam before marrying the king. In any case, the king has a largely ceremonial role in Malaysia, but the South China Morning Post do explain that the king is revered by the Malaysians, and they're quite unused to, quote, modern-day upheavals in the monarchy.
Another story today out of Cambodia, where that country is marking the 40th anniversary of the end of the Khmer Rouge regime.
It's known as Victory Day. Cambodians will be marking 40 years since the collapse of the Khmer Rouge regime. That's what the Phnom Penh Post is reporting on its front page. That regime, of course, killed 2 million people after forcing citizens from the city to the countryside in what ended up being a cruel Marxist social experiment. Now, 4 decades on, the specter of that dark period looms over Phnom Penh, even if the city is in full transformation. That's what Libération, the French paper, explains. They're looking at how, thanks to billions of dollars of Chinese investment, notably in real estate and infrastructure, the country is really booming right now. But this hasn't necessarily transformed into reversing the situation of poverty that so many people face there.
Deepti, you also found a report from the New York Times that's looking at a quiet revolution that's taking place in the West African nation of Niger.
That's right. Not just in Niger, but other West African nations too. This is well worth a read when you have some time. It's a long feature report from the New York Times taking us to Niger, Senegal, and Ghana, where in some tightly traditional Christian and Muslim communities, women are actively seeking divorces now, not because of abuse or violence, just because they don't really want to be married to their spouses anymore. In one city, divorces brought forward by women have doubled in the past 3 years. That's according to an Islamic judge in Niger. They say that women are becoming more educated, they're becoming empowered, they're marrying later, they're making their own decisions now, a phenomenon that's even inspired a Nigerian film and TV show. It is, as the Times says, a quiet revolution.
Staying on that theme of relationships, a woman has been arrested for stalking a man she met online.
Yeah, but this takes stalking to a whole new level, Jeannie. The pair met on a millionaire dating website, according to the British tabloid The Daily Star. The woman was allegedly rejected after one date. She sent the man 159,000 texts over a period of 10 months. Some became very gruesome. One text in particular said, I quote, "I will make sushi out of your kidneys and chopsticks out of your hand bones." The woman was actually arrested after being found with a butcher's knife in her car outside the man's house, and that's how the story ended.
Frightening. All right, let's end on a lighter note then. An unlikely heroine who's emerged from the Golden Globe ceremony last night.
We don't actually know her name, but her moniker is Fiji Water Girl. She's actually a model employed by the water company to hand out H2O at the Golden Globe ceremony, but she's managed to photobomb an amazing number of paparazzi shots, as you see here, looking very innocent with her tray of water. She photobombed so many of those pictures. She's actually become an internet heroine, with some angling for her to get the Best Supporting Actress nod. The model told journalists that she was simply being strategic to help bring more exposure to the brand.
Deepti, thank you so much for that, Deepti Galawan, with that look at the press review today. You can get a closer look at that, of course, on our website. The address is france24.com.